Good evening. I'm Rear Admiral Jim Godwin, President and CEO of Mercy Medical Angels. I want to pause here and take a few minutes to remember a good friend, Rob Alpaugh, who passed away last January. He was a father, mentor, boss, leader, a godly man, compassionate gentleman, and someone we all loved and cared for. I will say more in a few minutes about how we will keep him forever in our memory. I want to welcome you to our Angel Wings and Wheels celebration. Because of the lingering COVID-19 virus, we're holding tonight's event virtually instead of in person. The good news is that it means we can share this event with all of you, our pilots, friends, and supporters across the country. I also want to recognize Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters and thank them for their support of Mercy Medical Angels and of tonight's event. Tonight we celebrate our Angel Flight Mid-Atlantic program and recognize the amazing volunteer pilots who make this program possible. Last year, these pilots generously provided 999 free flights in their private airplanes for those in need to reach their life-saving treatments. Angel Flight Mid-Atlantic was the original charitable air transportation program in the nation and was founded 49 years ago as the Washington Aviation Ministry. It has gone through several restructurings since then to become the organization it is today. And we're all proud of the fact that it is the blueprint that other organizations across the country have used as their foundation. Tonight, we will also recognize our Angel Wheels ground transportation program and hear about its impact on so many people's lives. We all owe Rob a debt of gratitude for his service and leadership of this great organization. Not only was Rob our president and CEO for the past 5 years, but he was also one of our volunteer pilots who flew hundreds of missions during the past 13 years. I'm pleased to announce that this year and going forward, our Pilot of the Year Award will be known as the Rob Alpaugh Memorial Pilot of the Year Award. And now I'm pleased to introduce Kelly Murphy, our chairwoman of the board for Angel Flight Mid-Atlantic.
Thank you, Jib. Good evening and welcome. As chair of the advisory board for Angel Flight Mid-Atlantic, I've been with this amazing organization for more than 5 years. Tonight, we come together to say thank you to the volunteer pilot community for all that they do in service to others throughout the year. Pilots tell us there's nothing more rewarding than flying an Angel Flight mission, whether it's transporting a child and his or her parent to receive cancer treatment, or a veteran to a retreat for post-traumatic stress therapy. The pilots of Angel Flight answer the call. Angel Flight Mid-Atlantic is a program of Mercy Medical Angels and is also one of the 6 Angel Flight organizations that collectively cover the United States. Angel Flight Mid-Atlantic serves the 10-state area of North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, and Washington, D.C. With more than 600 volunteer pilots covering its region, Angel Flight Mid-Atlantic provided 999 patient trips last year, covering more than 97,500 miles, and provided a public benefit of $1.25 million. But more importantly, these heroes of the sky helped us achieve our mission of removing the barrier to medical care for those in need with their selfless giving of time, expense, and flying skills, to say nothing of their compassion and commitment to helping others. Tonight, we celebrate all of our amazing volunteer pilots, and we especially want to recognize those who are the pilots of the year. Let's meet them now.
Hello, my name is John Witt. I'm from Frankfort, Kentucky. I'm a retired Kentucky State Trooper and a former regional airline pilot. I've been flying since 1983 and have accumulated over 12,500 hours of experience. I'm very honored to receive this award from such an outstanding organization, and I look forward to working with Angel Flight in the future. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Tim Fino, Angel Flight, Michigan. Been a pilot for about 48 years. 14 years ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. That's when I made a pledge to start to give back, and I've been flying for Angel Flight. We all have a gift. Isn't it time that you find other pilots, your other friends, associates that also fly? Have them give back. Have them experience the joy of helping others when we can. Thank you.
I'm Philip Rash. When I got the email announcing that I'm being honored this year as Angel Flight Mid-Atlantic's Pilot of the Year for North Carolina, I admit I was both flattered and surprised. When the pandemic curtailed Angel Flight missions in March, I wasn't sure how long we'd be grounded. In my case, I wasn't flying for Angel Flight again until October, so of course I'm happy to be able to continue flying missions now. I tell people that since signing up for Angel Flight in 2017, it's been the most rewarding flying I've been able to do. I'm also very thankful to friends and family that support me in this endeavor to do something simple to help others. So again, thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Andrew Berger. When I found out that Angel Flights awarded me the Ohio Pilot of the Year, I was both surprised and humbled. But the real heroes of our service are the patients. And as a pilot, I get the fun of flying my airplane. Thank you very much for the award.
Hi everybody, this is Bob Briggs speaking. It's an honor and a privilege to have received the 2020 Angel Flight Mid-Atlantic Tennessee Pilot of the Year. Us folks in Tennessee are known as the volunteer state, so this sort of kind of goes as an even Steven award. I'm glad that it happened to come into my backyard this year. We appreciate things. Everything's life is a music, and quite frankly, from Memphis, Elvis could not be denied. There's a whole lot of shake and go along from Jerry Lee and a hunk of burning love in your direction. Thanks again, everyone.
Good evening. I'm David Linton, the 2020 Angel Flight Mid-Atlantic Virginia Pilot of the Year. What an honor and a blessing to serve such a deep-hearted organization with a wonderful mission. I could tell you countless stories of passenger courage, restored hope, and healed lives that have moved me in such a way as to change my life forever. I want to thank all the people of Angel Flight Mid-Atlantic that have reached out to those in need, that create the missions, dispatch the airplanes, and otherwise make all this possible. And thank you for this award.
It is an understatement to say that 2020 was a challenging year. Last year's Angel Wings and Wheels celebration had to be canceled due to the pandemic, but we wanted to ensure that we say thank you to our 2019 Pilots of the Year with this special video. Here's a story from Brandon, one of our patients who received help getting to his specialized treatment, thanks to pilot Charlie Pohl.
Hi everybody, my name is Brandon. I had an injury to my rib cage 2.5 years ago, which left me sleep deprived and disabled. After searching for specialists in my state, I was unable to find help. I talked to my counselor, and she recommended I reach out to Angel Flight and start looking for help out of state. I eventually found a surgeon out of state that developed his own suturing method to repair slipping rib syndrome, which turns out is the condition I have. So Angel Flight flew me out to this surgeon, and I got surgery thanks to them. So thank you, Charlie and Melissa from Angel Flight. I really appreciate your help. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you.
And now this evening, I have the great honor to introduce our keynote speaker and a dear friend of mine, Captain Tammy Jo Schultz. Born in New Mexico, Tammy Jo frequently watched Air Force jets flying above her family's ranch. This early interest in flying led Tammy Jo to become one of the first female F-18 Hornet pilots in the United States Navy after overcoming several obstacles in addition to the challenges of flying. After concluding her naval career, she became a pilot for Southwest Airlines. Her successful landing on April 17, 2018 of Southwest Flight 1380 after a high-altitude engine failure, decompression, and multiple systems failures saved the lives of 143 passengers. This greatest challenge that Tammy Jo faced just 3 years ago, as well as the background which prepared her for that test, is eloquently detailed in her new book, Nerves of Steel. She and her husband, Dean, also a Southwest Airlines pilot, live in Texas and have a son and daughter and one grandchild. In her spare time, Tammy Jo started a mentoring program at a school for at-risk youth, coaches javelin on weekends, flies missions for Angel Flight South Central, and serves on their board. She also serves on the FAA Women in Aviation Advisory Board and the Naval Aviation Museum Foundation. And Tammy Jo happily supports Women in Aviation International Conferences, which is where I met her several years ago. Thank you and welcome, Tammy Jo.
Southwest 1380 has an engine fire descending.
I understand your emergency. Let me know when you want to go in.
Yeah, we have a part of the aircraft missing, so we're going to need to slow down a bit.
Southwest 1380, speed is your discretion. Maintain at any altitude above 3,000 feet, and you let me know when you want to turn base.
Okay, could you have the medical meet us there on the runway as well? We've got injured passengers.
Injured passengers, okay, and is your airplane physically on fire?
No, it's not on fire, but part of it's missing. They said there was a hole and someone went out.
I'm sorry, you said there was a hole and somebody went out?
Southwest Airlines is confirming that there has been an emergency landing with Flight 1380.
If you look at the left end to the right of your screen, you can see some visible damage there.
As one of the first women to fly Navy fighter jets, Tammy Jo Schultz had exactly the kind of training for just this kind of emergency. Unflappable and deliberate, guiding her crippled jet in for a landing.
We landed. We're safe.
The lady that was off pilot is a Navy veteran.
She has nerves of steel. That lady, I applaud her. She was awesome. The crew was awesome.
Thank you, Kelly, for the introduction and for the invitation to join you this evening at Angel Flight Mid-Atlantic to speak to what is Angel Flight from a pilot's perspective. I can tell you that the love of aviation is one of our common bonds. The other is the love of people. And I think Angel Flight does an amazing job of that, making that circular stitch, putting those two together. So that we answer that ageless question, am I my brother's keeper? With more than words, with action. Dean, my husband, and I have been volunteering as Angel Flight pilots in the last year, and it is an adventure that I can tell you we always walk away from changed. We have always noted that we feel like we get more than what we give when we do an Angel Flight. One of the obvious things that Angel Flight does is get patients to their appointments. These are people that have either a long illness or an injury that needs special care. And while they may not be able to find a driver or be able to drive themselves 4 or 8 hours to and from these appointments on a weekly basis, a flight enables them to get to their appointments. A 1-hour flight can take the place of a 4-hour drive. One of the things that you may not realize, yes, Angel Flight gets people to life-saving, life-changing medical appointments and back home. But the quality of life that we bring to their lives is really amazing. Most of these people would not be able to do this kind of long-range medical treatment without finally having to give up the comfort of home and friends and family, the support system that they so need during this time, and incur the expense and the isolation of living in a hotel or an apartment near their medical facility. So we add to their quality of life at a time when it is very much needed. Another aspect that you may not think about as a pilot or as a volunteer, unless you yourself have had a long-lasting illness or injury, but the fact that anytime you start an airplane engine, you have opened the door to some adventure. As pilots, I know that's a sound we all love to hear. Well, that excitement, that adventure translates to our patients as well. And instead of having only this circle of medical appointments and your health to think about and talk about, you give them a spark in their conversation around the dinner table that night when they get home, with the doctors and nurses when they get there. Some people, this may be their first time to get to ride in a smaller general aviation aircraft. So whenever you do volunteer for Angel Flight mission, you're influencing people's lives at a number of levels. If you have a friend that wants to go with you as an Angel Flight assistant, they don't have to be a pilot to be your assistant. Do the mission together. If you drive, you can volunteer as an Angel Flight driver. Once people get to the airport, they still need a ride to the medical facility or a ride home. There's all kinds of areas that you can volunteer in. One of the missions that stands out in my mind from this past year is when we took Felicia home. And as she's walking across the ramp, she has tears just running down her face. And when I turned to ask her if I could help, she said no and smiled and said, "This is what's right about America. People help people in America." And it wasn't that way in the country I grew up in. Angel Flight has a wonderful way of reaching in and helping people physically, emotionally, and in so many ways, encouraging each of us to step up to the plate. Start our engines for a great reason. The $100 hamburger is enticing, but what a great way to get there, by taking an Angel Flight passenger to their appointment or taking them home. Angel Flight has volunteer pilots, drivers. We have schedulers that organize this volunteer air force that crisscrosses our states across the nation. And while we have a large number of pilots already volunteering, we have missions that go uncovered every day. We need your help. I hope you will look into Angel Flight and realize it is a great reason to start your engines and get into the sky and fly. It also answers that age-old question, am I my brother's keeper? And it does it with more than words. It does it with flight.
Thank you, Tammy Jo. We are lucky to have you as part of the team. Good evening. My name is Camille Chalk. I'm a member of the board at Mercy Medical Angels, and in my daytime job, I serve as Patient Experience Officer at Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters in Norfolk, Virginia. As the state's leading pediatric hospital, CHKD sees thousands of children every year, helping provide them and their caregivers, their families with health, healing, and hope. I am especially proud of Mercy Medical Angels and their Angel Wheels program, which provides free ground transportation to families who are in financial need. These families would not be able to reach their appointments without the help that Mercy Medical Angels provides. Transportation is provided in form of bus or train tickets, but most of the time in form of prepaid gas cards. While these services are provided to children and families in all 50 states, I'm especially thankful and proud to say that in the past year, Mercy Medical Angels has provided 6,800 such trips to patients and families at CHKD. Here's a story from one of those patients.
Hi, my name is Raisa Traore, the mother of Asna Traore. My daughter Asna was diagnosed with leukemia in October 2018. The doctors told us she will make it through, and we were so confident, my husband and I. And unfortunately, in January 2019, she was rushed to the emergency room, and her life went upside down. But Mercy Medical Angel was there for us. We spent 7 months straight at the hospital. She was there 7 months. I didn't say 7 weeks or 7 days, 7 months. So my husband and I were driving back and forth to the hospital. We were staying at the hospital 24 hours for her because we didn't want to leave her by herself there. So we had to drive back and forth, and it's like 1 hour drive from my home to the hospital to CHKD every day. My husband and I were doing that, and thanks to Mercy Medical Angel, we were able to do it because they were giving us services like gift card from a gas station where we can put gasoline in our car and drive every day, as I said, for 7 months. And it was a big relief because on top of her being at the hospital, we had to pay also the medical bills, and with Mercy Medical Angel helping us with the gasoline, it was a plus. My family and I are so thankful, and we don't know how we are going to thank Mercy Medical Angel. You don't know how they impact our life during this difficult time. Today, Asna is doing good. She's almost at the end of her treatment. And we are still benefiting from Mercy Medical Angel. We are still going to the hospital for her treatment once a week, and it's a blessing. It was a blessing in 2019, in 2020, and in 2021. And thank you, Mercy Medical Angel, for doing such a great job. You are touching patient and family's life, and this is amazing. Thank you.
Know that your support of Mercy Medical Angels is what makes stories like this one possible. In closing, I am pleased to introduce David Linton, Chairman of the Board of Mercy Medical Angels.
Thank you, Camille, and thank you, Jib, Kelly, and especially Tammy Jo Schultz for being with us tonight. Although I've only recently become the chairman of the board of Mercy Medical Angels, I'm very fortunate to have served the organization the last 4 years as a volunteer pilot, and I've just eclipsed 100 missions totaling over 50,000 air miles. I consider it an honor to be a fellow pilot alongside the pilots of the year that you saw earlier this evening, and along with all the other pilots who generously give their time and their resources as a sincere act of kindness to others going through troubled times. And I can confirm what you heard tonight. There is nothing more fulfilling than being of such meaningful service to others in a time of dire need. I encourage anyone who wants to become a volunteer pilot to reach out to us. You may even find it to be life-changing, as I did. I also want to thank the sponsors of this evening's event and the thousands of donors and supporters of Mercy Medical Angels. You are the angels that help make all this possible. And if you're interested of adding your support and joining our family, I encourage you to visit our website. And if you haven't already done so, please visit our silent auction website and place your bids on the special items featured there. Thank you for joining us tonight.
What's up, y'all? Come on in for a cocktail. My name is Christina Crean. I am the Senior Texas Sales Coordinator at Tito's Handmade Vodka. Today I'll be showing you how to make one of my favorite cocktails, a strawberry jalapeno Tito Rita. We're gonna start by putting a rim on the glass. I like spicy, so I have a spicy salt mixture here. Just gonna take this lime wedge, run it around, dunk that in the spicy salt. I'm gonna grab my shaker tin and start with a little muddling. Add enough strawberry slices to make about 1 full strawberry. A couple jalapenos to fit your spice preference. Muddle those guys, squish them up a little bit, and then add some ice. We'll grab the Tito's Handmade Vodka, or 2 ounces. We will do 1 ounce of orange liqueur, 1 ounce of lime juice, a little squeeze of Simple. Shake this guy up. Dump that bad boy just like a bad boyfriend. And just to make it look pretty, I'm going to take a little strawberry slice and a lime mule. And there you go. Cheers to your very own strawberry jalapeno Tito Rita. One of my favorite things about working for Tito's Handmade Vodka is the opportunity to be able to bring my dog to work. Having that companion by my side whenever I feel it is necessary is just really nice. The rumors are true, we have co-workers.
Sorry, did you say co-workers?
Yeah.